Thanks for coming. I am having a lot of problems getting the economy going. Unemployment is still over 9%, and that is after we phony up the stats. Why don't you just tell Bernanke to print more money? Greenspan did it for me and house prices went nuts. Everyone was happy. I got re-elected without even having much left cover. It should be easy for you. Those Democrats love you. I guess they think you ended those wars. No. The Bernanke has told me we cannot do any more quantitative easing now. Greenspan did it to my daddy. I guess you have to suck it up. Did the Bernanke give you a reason? He says that since the Fed is buying up all the US-issued debt, China and other asset managers have accused the USA of monetizing our debt. Like it is a rig market or something. Over the last 6 months, billions of dollars have flowed to commodity markets to protect dollar holders from the destruction of the dollar. The Bernanke says we have to stop this. Even I could tell you that it will cause all of the stock, real estate and commodity markets to fall if the Bernanke doesn't keep buying bonds. Dave Chappelle told me that I would probably be a convenient scapegoat in many scenarios. Don't worry. It is still 2011. By this October we should be in full-on crash mode. Whenever the peasants get sick of seeing the stock market fall and the economy crumble apart. The Tea Partiers will ask for quantitative euphemism 3 and then Bernanke will be happy to take his helicopter for another spin. So Bernanke will work to instill fear into everyone in the country about the economic collapse, and then when even the commodity bulls get scared and sell oil and precious metals, then he will blow another bubble? Yes, he does not really drive a helicopter, does he? No. He is required to give the money to the primary dealers first. J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs and the military-industrial complex. Don't you read Zarahedge.com? The helicopter analogy is just the stupid thing academics talk about to make the process of creating money seem to be egalitarian. Why doesn't the Bernanke just use his money printing equations to make the economy actually work well? It does work well. If the Bernanke could use his equations to centrally manage our economy effectively, then the USSR would have had a better economy than the United States. In fact, the most prominent economists in this country, the ones who won Nobel Prizes and wrote all the economic textbooks used in our top colleges, predicted the USSR would have a bigger, better economy by 1990. Guys like MIT economist Paul Samuelson. If you read LewRockwell.com you would know this. You see, the Fed does work well for the people who want to maintain their control at the top of the food chain. It keeps the tax serfs scrambling trying to figure out what economic landmine they are standing on. As long as the tax parasites and the tax serfs are bickering over their 25% of GDP, then the elite can sit comfortably on top. The central planning worked well in the USSR too. Central banking is one of the requirements laid out in the Communist Manifesto. Not surprisingly, Marx and Engels were given financial support by Lord Rothschild. What? I thought the USSR failed? The country may have failed, but the individuals running the system, the elite oligarchy, was wealthy then and they are wealthy now. They maintained power. Ever wonder why Daddy is fond of Gorby and Bubba? Maybe you should read Infowars.com more often. You seem totally clueless. Oh baby. I have some advice for you. Crack down on the internet. Truth is the enemy of our empire. Use Al-Qaeda as an excuse. Tell the people that Al-Qaeda hates our internays. You should also crack down on guns. Tell the people that Al-Qaeda is going to buy guns in America and shoot Christians, so we have to stop gun sales. The people in this country are getting madder when we rob them. They may eventually get tired of us setting up Nazi-like checkpoints. The economy is imploding and we are going to cut pensions and benefits for the politically weak before we ever cut interest payments or spending on the military-industrial complex. You have done a great job starting all these wars. G.E. David Rockefeller and Lord Rothschild commend you on your excellent work. They said I wouldn't have been able to start even 2 wars in the last 2 years, and you have already started 3. If you can use the economic crash to hurt people where you want them to go, then you will have to try a false flag attack. You mean like we did with the Gulf of Tonkin? Or like our top generals recommended in Operation Northwoods? Or like Hitler did during with the Reichstag, or the Russians did with Chechnya? Yes. It is amazing that this well-known technique. Thank God our herd is so dumb. We always have that to fall back on. The herd is ignorant. But it is not surprising given the fact that the institutions that are robbing the people blind are the same institutions responsible for educating the masses. Okay, well, I feel better now. After talking to you, I realize that we want to implode the economy because it will be easier to control the herd once we make them suffer a bit. Order out of chaos, right?